Hi, this is Twisted Granny Tarot. Thanks for coming to visit our channel today. I really appreciate it. I'm up to Taurus for the month of May, and this is the tarot channel that uses, I don't know if I'm the only one or not, but I use an astrology chart in order to, as a diagram. And each one of these sections of the astrology chart is labeled with a category of a person's life. Second house is your money, fourth house is your home, 10th house is your career. So we're going to lay a card on each one of those sections and see what's coming up for you. Now, the thing about an astrology chart is reading is that past, present, and future all come up at once. So some of the things we talk about are going to be things that happen, things that are going to happen, and things that you're currently in the midst of. So it gives us a little bit different perspective. And it's been real successful for me. All right, thank you for listening. And here we go. All right, we got the Taurus. Oh, on May 2nd, there is an English hobby horse festival. I want to go to that for Taurus. Don't you? For their birthday? The Yasodhara, the consort of Buddha, is honored on May the 2nd in India. The consort. I didn't know Buddha had a consort. Okay, so here we go. This is the Hanson Roberts deck. It's one of the most beautiful decks in the tarot card world. It's been a solid producer, and it's the only deck I have ever found that is the same size as playing cards. Well, that makes it, but it's really pretty. Hanson Roberts was the name of the illustrator. Mary Roberts, I think her name is. Okay, so we're going to start with house number 1, which in the case of astrology, Taurus is your personality. No, not your personality. What you've been thinking most. Actually, if it was a true astrology reading, the first house would be about your appearance and your personality. But because we're using cards, it's going to be about what you're thinking about. Look what you're thinking about. This is not pretty, is it? Does it look like it's fun? No. So there are things going on in your mind that have to do with your upcoming debts or your current debts, or facing some financial situations that have to be addressed. So I'm sorry you've got your mind on that, but we'll see what can happen out of that, okay? Because you probably need some relief from the worry. Second house is your own money. What the hell? Did you lose your job? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? Did you lose your job? Are you okay? This doesn't look pretty. The Tower is a signal of an upcoming kerfuffle. Now, a kerfuffle could be just a little kerfuffle, or it could be a horrendous situation that causes you a lot of pain. So there's really no way to diagram the degree of fright that this could cause until we get all the way around the circle. Okay? Third house is your communication. Look, you're a really good communicator, according to this, because the Empress is the queen of all the queens. She's the queen of all the queens. So she has more power. She has more money. She has, in the when describing a person who's really good at diplomacy and conversation, which would be the Empress, is she has those talents and well practiced for a long time. So it's important to you that when you speak, you do so kindly, and that you do to avoid hurt feelings and to avoid perceived insults. So good for you, because the ability to state your situation is an incredible boon for anyone's life and career. Fourth house. Wait a minute. What? We got the Knight of Swords here. Now, he's coming with something. Let's see. Oh. Is somebody moving in your house or out of your house? This guy looks kind of angry. Or are there just too many people in the house? Oh, too many people in the house. Now, these look like happy residents This is not a happy resident. So is somebody stirring up trouble? Or the kids just make a mess and they don't clean it up and you have to holler at them? Either one. Okay, fifth house is romance and creativity. Well, this is generational card. So if there are some generational, how should we say this? How can I apply it to a generation? This is mom and dad and the kids. And okay, so I'm going to say then in this case, it may be important to you Taurians out there that you're able to continue the family dynasty, to continue the family line, and to see each generation progress and make yourselves proud. So this leads me to believe there's a pride and a joy in children in your family, whether it's tight, close family or extended family, that makes you happy. Okay, sixth house, work and health. Well, let me see now. This is he's paying his bills. So with his work, he pays the electric bill, the phone bill, the grocery bill, the gas bill, that kind of thing. All right, let's move these over. It's your seventh house of marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Oh, kids, this is excellent. This really is excellent because it's a good luck card. So it would seem that you are able to, you and your mate are going through a good luck period. If you've had a bad luck period, now you're, okay, so look at this. Does this look like a good luck period? So I think this hot card and this are opposites, but they're still connected, okay? So I think that if there are troubling situations going on at your home, then there's a soft wind kind of come in and soften the blow. And it could be that if you're married or if you cohabit with a partner, that you two are able to accommodate sharing responsibility, sharing bills, and figuring out a way how to come out of a distressing situation whole. Okay? WHOLE, whole. 11th, oh no, this is 8th house of money from other people. Now, somebody's calling you about money from other people. Money from other people means income tax checks, inheritance checks, insurance checks, lawsuit checks. Okay? So here's a message about all those checks. Pick one because it looks like, and what's this? This is a happiness card saying that at some point in your life, you will be getting, well, an inheritance check. So I think that this is a good sign for you all. Couldn't happen to nicer people, right? So if the inheritance is coming and it's on this game, it could be within a year, but card readers are notoriously unsure about dates because we're not in charge of timing. Somebody else is. Okay. Ninth house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Maybe this guy's fighting off his, well, let's call them his enemies or his detractors. And if it's about, you know what, you may have traveled or you may have had a little bit too much fun in some parts of your life, and it might have been in travel and education and spirituality. So now you may be deciding that I have to stop that because it doesn't produce income. It spends income. And you may just quell your vacation trips for a little while. You all get to decide how long a little while is. Okay, what's this one? This one is 10th house, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th house of career. We got a message because pages are always message. So, a message could be good news or a message could be bad news. This person is protecting his status and his responsibilities or her responsibilities at their place of employment. See those sticks behind? Don't go past that line, because you're guarding it. You're guarding it so that this job stays in your possession and that you have control over what gets in and what gets out. Okay? So try to rest easy on that, because this isn't a terrible card. It's just letting you know. These are not terrible. They're just letting you know that you may fear, and you may feel it already without even anybody telling you. May fear that the shakeups at work are going to occur. It looks like you're going to be okay, though, because you're protecting and you've been warned. You're protecting your spot. Okay, 11th house is long-term plans and friends from previous employers. So, the Emperor, now let's say the 11th house is long-term plans and friends from previous employers. So you had a job, meaning you had a job at place A, place B, and place C. You left all those jobs, and there may have been some people at those locations that you particularly favored, and you kept track of them after you left there. Although, according to this card, I bet you didn't. Because this is not a nice guy. He's the kind of person, most readers say, he's like the high school teacher you had that turned your homework back into you again and again and again, saying do over. So you probably left those employers because you couldn't stand their situation. There were lots of, you just left them because you didn't like them. Because first of all, they might have been authoritarian dictators. You don't like that. Well, truly, because Taurians, no. They're stubborn and they're fearless a lot of the time. Okay. 12th house. Look here. This is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. Handsome man? Oh, you had a broken heart. This could have been a woman. If this is a man watching this could have been. So there's a broken heart in your life. And I'm sorry about that. And it's actually what you think about when you fall off to sleep. So I am sorry that happened. Although there must be a reason. We just don't know what it is yet. We just don't know what it is yet. Okay. Now, what covers all these cards? Well, this person doesn't know what she's doing, where she's going, who she's with. So are you kind of stuck in a situation you don't know where to turn? Well, it would be easy to surmise that, considering what's going on in the street in America today. Any day. So if this is you, and you're stymied, you feel like you're blinded, you feel like you can't see what to do next, and you don't know where to go next. But in reality, all this person has to do is put down the swords and take off the blindfold. So, kind Taurus men and women out there, take off your blindfold, because denial exists. And it's not a river in Egypt. You deny, baby, don't we all? Okay? So, once you work up the courage to rip off the blindfold and look around and see what your next move ought to be, you may find that the answers will be easier and come quicker than you think. Really, there's no actual need to move today. And it might be a good idea to just wait till situations quench themselves, once the fires are put out, so to speak. That then you can take off the blindfold and look around and see what your next move should be. Okay, so how do you feel about all that? Was that good? I hope so, because what we got here are 4 cards of the Major Arcana. Major Arcana cards are also known as destiny cards. So your third house, with your ability to be a smooth and a smooth talker and a smooth and diplomatic talker. That's it. You could take this to your grave. That'll stay with you. Okay. Then we got this 6th house. It's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7th house, your marriage and business partnerships. What you want, if you don't have it right now, is you want a good luck in finding a mate. You want good luck in finding a mate. So, keep looking, because she's probably right around the corner. Or he's probably right around the corner. Okay, then we got, in your marriage, we got the sun. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. This is money from other people. This is your inheritance that's going to come up in X amount of time. If it isn't an inheritance, then it's a lawsuit check. Then it's an insurance check. It's an income tax check. You're in line to get some money. And this fella came to tell you about it. How about that? Okay, that one is the 9th house of, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. So you've decided to slow down your vacation trips and concentrate on other things to preserve money rather than spend it at this moment in time. 10th house is your career. And what that is what do you have? You're protecting your interests at your own job. Now look, you're a person who people are very fond of, because we have a Page of Cups here. So people actually like you very much, and some of them love you, okay? And you're good, and you need to, if you don't feel like you need to protect your position at work, you do. You decide whatever that means. Okay? 11th house is friends from previous employers and long-term plans. Yeah, this is not a nice guy. And you may not want to call any of your previous, because if I was looking for a job, I would call friends I knew from previous employers. But you don't even want to think about that. That's just utterly and completely distasteful to you. And that left you feeling like you had to deal with some unscrupulous characters, and you're glad as blankety blank to get out of there. Okay, now we got 12th house. The 12th house is, what you think about when you go to sleep at night. So are you lonesome and bored and you need a new partner? Because that's what it looks like here. You need a partner. Okay, so I think that what you got before you is on a scale of 1 to 10, it's not much more than, there's not much more kerfuffle than a number 5. Okay, so it's probably the standard back talk or gossip that you hear at work on a regular basis. And although, because of the state of the economy and the political scene, there may be some, if you work at a place that's particularly sensitive to whatever's attached to those physical actions that the people who pretend they're the government do. Anyways, so there you have it. So keep yourself collected. Talk to your people or a counselor if you need to, if you feel shaky. And good luck to you, because this is a pretty easy forecast for the month of May. Okay? All right. Thank you, Mr. and Miss Taurus. Love you. Mean it. Bye.